And hello there. Welcome to another. I almost forgot what show I was on because I'm introing The Writer's Journey. Good Lord, I already messed it up.
Us.
With Lauren Moore and our ever favorite Ellen, the Cutter Campbell. She is with us live to cut up some manuscripts. And, we're just going to dig in. How are we doing multiple today again?
We are going to see where the wind takes us, I think.
Yes.
Very good.
Hello,
Awesome.
everyone, and greetings on this Friday.
Yes.
Hope you're doing well. It's a beautiful day out.
And Corey Gilliam, golf clap of first personness. Welcome watching.
Welcome to the show.
And if anyone does have questions, burning questions that you've always wanted to know from Ellen, be it, what color shade is her lipstick to,
Oh God, I tried to wipe that off. It looks so bright.
No, it's beautiful. I love it. No, really, what shade is it? I love it. I can't do a bright red. So anyway, we're totally going
It's not bright red though. That's the thing.
No, it looks good. Anyway, off topic. Let's just jump right in. I'm flubbering. I need more coffee. And I have soda.
You should tell them that people showing up on time gives them brownie points if they have a submission about who gets picked for the following week.
Ooh, there you go. Well,
so Corey, or next month. So Corey, you get to be next month.
There you go. Watch out for it, Corey.
We'll have to note that down somewhere so we remember.
Yes, I will.
I'll post it. Post it, note it. Got it. All right. So are we jumping in? We're doing this thing?
Yes.
I'm just gonna keep rambling like I do.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is switch screens really fast, and I'm going to start editing, but instead of being quiet and letting Kalene narrate and
I forgot that
like
part.
golf narrate me, I'm going to tell you what's in my mind while I'm doing it.
While Kalene and I,
that works.
We're going to sit back and relax, maybe troll Ellen a little, see how far we can take this trolling before she throws something at the screen.
Main reason, because we didn't get to hear too much about what her thoughts were going into the sorts of edits that she was doing last time. So we want to really try and get in there and get
We're going to explore the why,
right?
Not just the what.
What goes through the head of an editor as she does her work? Why does she make the changes she makes?
What goes through the head of this editor anyway? All right, I'm going to switch over now. Maybe.
And this is the lovely part. We're getting screens growing. Hey, Patricia, welcome to the show. And
Alrighty.
Go add to stream. Perfect.
Okay, now first thing that I have to do is fix the formatting.
And what is wrong with this formatting, Ellen? Because to a lot of people, a lot of authors, this wouldn't look bad. But why is it wrong?
No, it's actually not. It's far from bad, but there's no actually, this one is fine, except for I've got to fix these straight quotes or I will be insane in one page.
That is one of the first steps I do is make straight quotes curly.
Yeah, that is a track change you'll never see because I do it for that and just auto fix every quote, straight quote, indent.
Yeah. And so we want the manuscripts to look like publishing industry standard. And what is the industry standard for manuscripts?
1.5 Times New Roman, 12 points, 1.5 spacing, half-inch indent for paragraphs. And you can do no indent on your leading paragraph in a chapter if you'd like to. We'll allow that.
So that's more of a stylistic choice, also acceptable. Right. I have a tendency not to. That's just my personal. I like an indent at the beginning.
It's less confusing. Except and because we already had some straight quotes, I'm going to go ahead and fix all the double quote marks, just in case.
Right. Okay. You're using a Mac.
It tends to be a file conversion error.
And how do you fix that on a Mac? How do you make straight quotes curly on a Mac?
I highlight the straight quote, although I shouldn't have to, but I do it anyway because sometimes it doesn't notice. I highlight a straight quote, I cut and paste it into the find and replace bar. And then I come down and type in another one and I hit replace all.
Cool. You can do that on Microsoft Word as well. And I have
this is Microsoft Word. This is Word for Mac.
Yeah. So on a regular PC. Yeah, you can do that, find and replace. And also I have something called Editor's Toolkit Plus for all you editors out there that will do that for you, which is a nice button, one-click button.
It's just Editor's Toolkit Plus is just more than I can handle on some days.
On Sundays.
Okay, Chapter 1, Expander Done.
Welcome, Bard of Today. You're just in time for Ellen to start slicing.
Okay, I'm going to give you this first sat. It's not my favorite way, especially not to start a book. The word sat, it just kind of, he's sitting around. Great. Okay, Captain.
We all know how Ellen feels about body movements. He walked to the door and opened it.
No, if he's standing around and looking at things.
Looking. So that first sentence, Senator McMerrick.
This is phrased badly here. The massive ship was not the largest that the United Humanity could muster, but not by much. It's confusing. I mean, I had to think about it twice to understand what you meant.
Yeah, because at the same time, the massive ship was not the largest, but not by much by not the largest. Like, at least that's what I'm seeing.
Okay. Supercarrier is not a proper noun.
And for those listening on the audio feed, she changed that but not by much to but it was close.
Right. Supercarrier is also a compound word.
Right. So what we're doing
now. Don't tell me what he knows. I don't care what he knows. Just show me what it is.
So on that one, only the gigantic supercarriers and dreadnought class battleships were larger, he knew. So she just cut the he knew because we're already in there with it. We don't need the reiteration.
Yeah. I don't need to know that I'm in his head. Don't tell me I'm in his head because that takes me out of his head.
Yeah. So that goes also for, what are the other ones? Like in the first person, I think, he thinks, those sorts of things.
Alrighty, unsuitable for the current position. Now that the change I made is wrong, so I'll go back and change that. Okay, so paragraph 1, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 changes, and none of them were very big, but it makes a huge difference.
What about battleships? We have battleship and battle cruiser capitalized. What do you think? Should that be lowercase as well? Oh, we
lost a period.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hang on. Now it doesn't make sense at all.
So just real quick, the sentence with only the gigantic supercarriers, initially that was 2 words, supercarriers, both capitalized. It's now a compound word, not capitalized. Dreadnought was capitalized, now no longer capitalized. Why is that? Because it's
not a proper noun.
The type of ship and not the name of the ship?
It's not a proper noun, yeah. It's a thing. It's not a specific thing. Okay, Leviathan is a proper noun, so it's capitalized. Because it's the name of the ship.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Right. That wasn't the name of the ship, so. So no capitalization on the class of ship, but definitely for the name of it. So we got here on the second paragraph, the crew of the Leviathan bustled about the bridge, delivering data.
I hate that. This is, to me, bustled about the about. Using about for around is just really, it's precious to me. It's just too cutesy. It's too formulaic. It's too pat. It's too pretentious. It's not my favorite thing, but it's your style choice, so I'm going to leave it there. Bustle about the bridge, delivering data. Why do they have to deliver data? They don't have computers on a spaceship. They don't have computers that can send information to stations.
Yeah, that would be something definitely like later on. Are they using data slates? Why do they have to deliver the slates?
They could be scrutinizing or analyzing the data. Or applying it.
Because then the rest of it goes on to say, calling out information about what this scan... You
would expect that to be at people calling out what they found from their station, not while they're bustling around the bridge.
Okay, the second half of the sentence is really kind of confusing. calling out information about what this scan or that found on the planet they now orbited.
That makes perfect sense to me. So, but they shouldn't be bustling about the bridge, delivering data. They should be at their stations, calling out data or sending data, in my opinion.
Yes, we'll pop a note on that.
Right.
Let the author make a
In
decision.
short, the bridge was organized chaos, something that grated on the senator's mind. Okay, senator is not a proper noun, but senator's mind requires an apostrophe. Okay, but he endured it. Okay, this blunt needs to be semicolon. See, let me put that in. That's cool.
Leo Vaccaro in the chat, in comment to the delivering data, says couriers and messenger keeps communication more secure than transmitting throughout the ship. So if they're carrying it directly to, there's less chance of slipped intel.
Yeah, in my opinion, though, that's not something that you're doing on the bridge. I mean, you can have a closed system on the bridge to send your information, but you don't have the guy from ops carrying the ship's speed over to the guy who's, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a waste of time. You have a computer. You have to have a computer. I'm not buying it. Okay. I'm going to highlight this because otherwise it's just repetitive, and I'm assuming that his mission is different from the ship's. Okay. All right. His mission was far too important to allow petty things like comfort get in the way. Okay. And Senator, I'm afraid the worst has been confirmed. We have found life on the planet's surface. Comma, sir.
So yeah, she just put a comma after surface before sir. When it's like, hey, comma, Lauren. Yeah. So when it's the name and address, there's always a comma before that.
It's a direct address, comma.
Okay, now here you've lost me. Okay, Senator, I'm afraid the worst has been confirmed. We have found life on the planet's surface. Sir, said the Leviathan's master, Captain Carr. Okay. Captain Carr, okay, we're introducing Captain Carr. I'm going to start a paragraph because this is really confusing. The man was a capable military officer by any measure. Personally, my choice for that would not be the man, because it's like you're talking about the trash or that stick or, the news. But I would say he was Captain Carr was a capable military officer, but that's, again, it's a style choice. I may or may not impose it on you. Depends on the context. The fact that he was also from a powerful political family that was understood by the Senate to know the importance of Merrick's work was why the Leviathan had been selected. That's confusing as hell. Okay. Okay, let's start by the fact that, okay.
So she deleted that outright.
Okay, he was also from a powerful political family. Okay, I'm sorry that I have to stop and think, but I do have to stop and think about how to rephrase this. The powerful political family that was understood by the Senate to know the importance of Merrick's work. Okay, powerful political family.
So is he already then been in charge of Leviathan? So essentially whoever's putting out where these ships are going.
Okay, what I'm taking from this is that Captain Carr is the master of the ship, is the captain of the ship, and the main character, the person that we're dealing with right now, I assume, the character that we're dealing with right now would be not like an admiral, but more like, say, an ambassador who was in charge of that mission, but not in charge of the ship. See? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do we know who Merrick is?
Merrick, yeah, he is the guy that's sitting in the observer's chair behind the captain. Okay. Yeah. So we're learning who he is. Except for right now we're talking about the captain.
So the only thing I understand from this current sentence that we're on is they chose Captain Carr and his ship, the Leviathan, because of who his family is in the society.
Correct. But it's phrased in a very confusing way.
I just wanted to make sure that's how you're.
You could chop down the beginning part by saying a capable military officer, comma, Captain Carr was also from a powerful political family. And as such, understood the importance of Merrick's work.
Oops.
So this
Not a
is
such
essentially,
typist.
so this is essentially the first dude. What's his name? This is essentially Merrick's opinion of the captain, right? What we're currently working through, as far as that goes. So let's see what Ellen has going on. He was also from a powerful political family, comma, and chosen by the Senate because so this is just going to be difference of editorialness. I would also be inclined to
And
drop
this is where all the confusion was coming from, because in the middle of the sentence we stopped talking about the captain and started talking about Leviathan.
Mm.
So she deleted that outright.
Right.
That's why the Leviathan had been selected.
Because he would understand the importance of Merrick's work.
All right. So instead of, let's see, the man was a capable military officer by any measure. The fact that he was also from a political family that was understood by the Senate to know the importance of Merrick's work was why the Leviathan had been selected. Is now changed to the man was a capable military officer by any measure. He was also from a powerful political family and chosen by the Senate because he would understand the importance of Merrick's work. Now we really have an understanding of the important bits of that particular part of the paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming across a lot cleaner because all the other information that you're like, oh, but they need to know this too. Not really, because this is what we need to know now. We will figure out the other stuff as it goes along,
Right.
or be stated later otherwise. Anyway, pray continue, Ellen. Sorry.
That's okay. I actually have to totally tune you out, or I can't think and do this.
I'm sorry.
So we might have to figure out another way to do this. Okay, so I just changed. Hang on, let me.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ellen's playing with her screen, and now we can see her desktop image, which is a beautiful
Pony
purse.
Express.
Beautiful purse.
Yes. Pony Express. Okay, here we are. Comma, they had not been resolved. It's not that anything that has been written here is badly wrong. It's because it hasn't. I mean, it's not. It's just kind of put together in less than optimal ways. And I'm trying to hang on to the author's voice and make it easier to understand, because every time that the reader has to stop and think about what you just meant, you've just kicked them out of the story.
Mm.
Okay, I like that. Okay, this right here.
Humanity needed to expand or Earth would die. We've got a comment going. Makes no sense.
So, you should see me when I'm like mad at something and trying to type.
All right, so she's saying, makes no sense.
That is a proper noun.
So you do always capitalize Earth.
Yeah. Well, you do when you're talking about the planet.
Oh, the planet, not the soil.
Right.
Right. So difference between proper noun, common noun. Common noun is anything that's kind of out there. Proper noun is like the name of a specific thing. It's like planet Earth.
I didn't even think about going back that far. Humanity needed. Okay. Humanity needed to expand or Earth would die. Yeah, see, that makes no sense on like about 5 levels. Humanity is what's going to die, not the Earth. Or I mean, even, but still, one didn't have anything to do with the other.
So it's just switching out the context of
planet Earth.
Which he? Okay, right here. Which he are we talking about now? Because we've got 2 potential he's here, and I'm going to assume it's Merrick. So if I'm wrong, yes. Okay, change that. Okay, you got your adverb in the wrong place. I like desperately.
You don't like desperately?
No. I don't, because for whatever reason that I can't articulate, desperately is not working for me. Frantically? Frantically is better than desperately. Because desperately implies that he's desperate, and he may be desperate, but he's not working with desperation. He's working frantically.
Right.
Alrighty. That's kind of redundant there. Okay. The man did as ordered. I mean, as a tag, that leaves a lot to be desired. You just refer to the captain as the man, like he was the dog or the trash or, the news. Did as ordered. And that wasn't an order, that was a request. I mean, it may have been an order, but it was phrased as a request. And why would he ask the captain to do it? And who's Senator Harris? Where did Senator Harris come in?
Wait, what?
Sorry. Okay, I had Merrick. I was thinking Merrick was his last name.
Oh, Senator Merrick Harris. Oh man, you have no idea how many times I go back and forth on like the names of the characters, because it's like they have their full name, Senator Merrick Harris. A few paragraphs or pages later, suddenly they're just talking about like the senator, and I'm like, well, I know we've had Harris and Jim Bob. Who's Senator? Because it had never been mentioned for like 3 pages. Senator Harris or Senator Merrick. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
So that's a definitely another thing to keep in mind is how you're showing your characters' names.
Also, send the data to my personal reader, please, Captain, comma, quote. That should be a period if you're not going to have a dialogue tag.
Right.
And I still don't get why. That can go away as an action read.
The man did as ordered, not needed.
Yes. There was just no fixing that. I mean, there just wasn't. You don't, in the first place, I don't care if you're the ambassador in charge of the mission. You're not in charge of the captain. The captain is in ultimate charge. So you don't order, and it was phrased as a request. And also you called him the man, like he was, as I said, the garbage or the sink or whatever. Okay. Senator Harris clenched his fist as the data scrolled across his screen. Okay. Buildings, perhaps.
Sorry. The made me giggle because of
Yeah, I have a problem with the word as. But actually, it actually works right there. That's
I was just saying, but like for
as.
that one, that one's actually that one's not bad.
Perfect.
Those two can happen at the same time.
That would be created by intelligence. Most structures were built into the trees and other natural formations. Okay, we're gonna, since we haven't established the trees, we're going to take out the among trees or trees and other natural formations, and we're going to take out of the planet. It proves nothing. What proves nothing? I can tell that he's thinking, but I don't know what it proves. What proves nothing? The buildings prove nothing? Okay, so this needs some clarity.
I think, but undoubtedly created by intelligent beings.
So is it in relation to the data on his screen?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have the information. So
So we'll pop a note on that saying the reader's confused or something.
Hairs clenched his fists as the data scrolled across the screen. There wasn't just life here. There were buildings, primitive perhaps, but undoubtedly created by intelligent beings. Most of the structures were built into or among trees and other natural formations.
Mm-hmm.
It proves nothing. Oh, okay. No, I get it now. But we still don't know what they're even like after for it to prove nothing. So.
Others would argue it showed nothing more than a primitive reliance on natural habitats. That's not what they would argue. They would argue, I don't think, a primitive reliance on natural habitats. Nothing more than like a nest than an
Leo Vocari says this show needs to happen more often. Just saying. That's why I popped that in there.
Who said that?
Leo Vocaro.
Oh. Senator sighed as he continued to read. Why do I care? Using. Okay.
See, like that? We already know that's what he's doing. We don't need to hear it again.
Well, okay, we know he's thinking about because this sentence does not lead into this paragraph. Okay, so I'm going to cut that because A, it's not fixable, and B, it doesn't have anything to do with the rest of this paragraph, which I don't think belongs here. Cruel treatments have been carefully crafted over the last 3 centuries to make humanity essentially immortal. Disease and murder would, of course, still kill anyone, but humanity collectively no longer aged, and as far as they knew, no longer died. That and the fact that prolonged treatments made chemical birth control far less effective had practically doomed Earth. Okay. All right, I'm just going to wing it here.
Ellen's fixing the whole paragraph. I don't want to interrupt her thoughts.
Thank you. humans. Hmm. Not a proper noun. Individuals. Essentially immortal. Okay. Disease and murder. Okay, if disease will still kill you, then what good is prolong? Because everybody's going to get a disease once in a while. Essentially immortal. I'm going to delete that. Humans. No one died. And then, oops. Copy that, we just cut it.
Right now, she's just trimming back on the wording, making it more clear and concise.
And thinking, sorry.
And thinking.
This was maybe not the best idea I ever had.
Well, essentially, from what I can tell, you're making the point of the paragraph more apparent, just clearer. Like I didn't realize when you first read that prolong was a thing that was happening for humanity, and I'm like, oh no, now I get it. Okay, so you're making that clearer. And also cutting out all the jibby jargon.
So prolong is the name of the specific treatment, which is why she has that capitalized. We're just talking about proper nouns and common nouns on this episode of The Writer's Journey.
Ineffective. Okay. And I can't set that to ignore forever. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to tamper with your voice a little bit. Oh, spell it like an American, huh? Okay, what do we think, guys?
I like that. It's much more dramatic.
Yeah, so
medical science had changed from something. The course.
Corey Gilliam, better than vomit zombies.
I don't even know what a vomit zombie is.
All right, so this is definitely already sounding a lot better. Medical science had changed the course of humanity's future when prolong was created. Prolonged treatments made individuals essentially immortal, but humans no longer aged and as far as they knew, no longer died. Unfortunately, prolonged rendered chemical birth control ineffective. That was Earth's death knell. Is that what that
Death
is?
knell.
Word? Death knell, unless something changed.
Okay, now this no longer fits here. Okay, so we're going to take this. Okay, we're gonna cut this. We're gonna paste it here. No, we're gonna put that back. I'm trying to. Yeah, this is really exciting.
Well, this is the real thing.
This is what we do.
Yeah,
This is what editing looks
All
like
day.
all day, every day.
Reading a sentence and being like, wait, what? Going back
Yeah.
and reading it, reading
Yep.
the before, reading the after, going back and be like, no, they're right after all. No, this completely changed that. Flip this over here. Yeah, this is it. This is what we do.
This is what we do.
This is glorious.
All right, let's see. What do we got going on here? We're going to see. We have made 83 revisions in about half an hour, which is
And
a pretty
that's
good.
83 revisions in, what was that, page and a quarter?
So
Which isn't bad. I mean,
that's about average.
So if you're wondering why edits cost so much, this would be why, folks. They take a lot of time.
Okay.
we're really
Let's
looking
go ahead and finish.
at you. I mean, we're really looking at how you're building like your own structure for these. And sometimes, like she said, okay, I'm gonna have to mess with your voice a little bit because it just didn't make any sense. Just flip it a little this way, That was just a really sticky paragraph. So those crop up.
And speaking of, what kind of editing would you call this, Ellen? Developmental, line, or copy?
This is mixed line and copy.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with style and flow and how much sense do things make, and also fixing your boo-boos. Developmental editing, in my mind anyway, is more creative. It's a big picture look, and it's the macro level, and I'm on the micro level here. Does that make sense?
Right. Yep, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I would be going in.
Suggesting changes on the story level.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
so that's like where it's probably like a lot of my comments are they are more developmentally inclined. Like, who is Harris to this other dude, Captain Carr, and blah, blah, blah.
Well, developmental editing, you might end up cutting a chapter or making a major change to the chapter. So you wouldn't want to do all the editing on the line and copy side yet, because that chapter might get thrown out or it might get expanded, a character might get changed. So you want to do the developmental editing first.
I do way too much work of it. I kind of developmental as I line.
Yeah.
So like especially if I am suggesting like an entire chapter be deleted, at that point it's totally the author's choice. At that point I'm just like, I can only give like, these are my reasons why, but if you decide to keep it, here's how I would edit it, so that they could still have the option if they really want to keep it despite what I say. And I've also suggested you need to add chapters here and there, and so it's like you can also gain words, and then I'm like, and then you got to send it back to me, because if you do add chapters, I need to edit those. All right, sorry, Ellen. Totally
No, that's okay.
That's definitely
Oh,
the
wait, so
types
you're
of
going to let humanity rot on Earth, and then you're going to regulate everybody out in the stars. That kind of sucks. Artificial culture. That's so vague, I don't even know what it means, and I don't care to speculate. Okay. Be accepted and effective. He finished reading the data, and he knew what would happen if he let the weak-minded scientists, blah, blah, blah. Don't tell me what he knew. Oh, we've got several tenses going on here. You didn't see me shake my head. I kind of like, I got electrocuted. Finished reading.
Oh yeah, T.S. Huddle says speed reading is most definitely not a skill that would help editing.
No.
You gotta slow down a little bit.
I do.
No, you're doing great.
No.
Okay.
Huddle made a comment that I was commenting on.
Oh, I bet I read faster than he does. When I'm reading. I'm not reading, I'm editing.
Yeah, no,
right.
But that's his point. Speed reading wouldn't help editing.
Okay. I just got a new keyboard, you guys. That's half my problem.
Is it clicky?
No, I broke my clicky keyboard.
Oh no!
I didn't have time to order a new one. I had to
get what you could get.
Get what I could get.
Proper keyboard is definitely like that. When I'm in the market for new computers, whenever that happens, that's the first thing I'm like, how is the keyboard going to be?
Right.
Going to be working? I sit there and I go back and forth on laptops, and I'm like typing and pretend documents.
Do you like to go into the computer store and like clicky clack on it before you purchase a keyboard?
Every time.
I can't because I have a Mac, so I have to take what I can get. And I wasn't giving Apple any of my money, so that left me with the Logitech. And it's fine. It's just not the keys are slightly different.
Logitech's great. You got great stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to back out of that because I'm going to let you keep this one. You can keep this one.
She's letting him keep a he knew.
An expedition party. You can have one or the other. You can't have both. I'm going to change that to an expedition. It's just really not working for me, like on a lot of levels.
I don't know if it would be it wouldn't be a party, would it?
I like that. Short and sweet.
Yes, I mean he doesn't have to explain himself. This is his mission. Oh, wow. Okay, contractions. People use them.
So she's changing the I am sure to I'm sure. And, you're probably going to have a character that really doesn't like to speak in contractions. I have one like that.
Yes, and you can have one, but still, nobody says I am. All right, we're going to back out of that. True, sir, the Marines can handle any threat. It's missing a comma. Any threat, you don't know that. See, this is completely contradictory. Oh, yes, the Marines can handle any threat, but that doesn't mean they can what? In the first place, what? But you just said they can, and now you're saying they can't. Okay, so we're going to... And you capitalize Marine. Everybody knows that.
I was just gonna bring that up. I didn't want to interrupt your current line of thought, but yeah. So this is actually something that I have seen go back and forth. Do you or do you not capitalize Marine? Yes.
You do.
Yes, you do. Always.
You do for one reason. The Amazon reviewers will have your hide.
You
If
do
it's
because if you ever meet a Marine who knows that you didn't capitalize Marine, he will kill you.
Well, there you go.
That and like also SEAL, like SEAL team, that is all caps, every single letter.
Yeah, because it stands for something. It's an acronym.
I know, but there's a lot of people that don't realize that. So I just want to make sure it's on the air and they know that.
Okay, all right. And extraneous that. I'm glad that Senator Harris raised his hand because I have no idea where he was going with that. And for the record.
Yes, let's interrupt him with an M dash.
Yeah.
I see that a lot. If someone's getting interrupted, it's not 3 dots. It's going to be an M dash. It's a direct dink, right? They're getting cut off. You know, 3 little dots is.
And you called him the man again. That's the 3rd time in 2 pages, like he was the sink or the newspaper or the.
Senator Harris raised a hand and stopped the man.
So we're gonna include that.
And yeah, she cut that completely.
This is an appropriate use for an ellipsis. Do I need to be present to ensure the be considered?
See, yeah, then he's letting the words hang. So use your ellipsis in that case.
Oh, I do want to point out she cut out he raised his hand to stop the guy from talking. You have that M dash in there, you cut the words, the next line is dialogue. It's automatically in the reader's mind, ooh, this dude's just cutting him off. You don't need the extraneous words setting up the cutoff. You can just have it happen. If it's, talking that's interrupting them, not like a giant noise. You probably want to describe that.
Yeah.
Efficacy. And you don't need the ellipsis there.
Yes, Kit Ewan. It's funnier if you don't explain the joke. It's also
true. Good
more
point.
exciting if you don't explain the excitement.
Here's where Ellen goes ballistic. Did you do this on purpose, Aaron Holloway? The captain looked at him for another few long moments before slowly nodding as if coming to an understanding of his meaning. Seriously, I mean, you wrote that just to make me mad, right? Okay. The captain looked at him. So what? When people are talking, they look at each other. You don't have to tell me that the captain is looking at him. Of course, the captain's looking at him. So that has to go. For another few long moments. Okay. In the first place, why would it be another? Okay. And then a few long moments. Nobody cares. The captain looked at him for a few long moments. We don't want to hear about the moments. We want to hear about short moments, long moments, past moments, present moments, whatever. No moments. We don't want to hear about the captain staring at him for long moments. And why would the captain stare at him for long moments? That makes no sense. Okay, so moments are gone. Before slowly nodding. Okay.
No, you're good. No, keep going.
Before slowly nodding, as if coming to an understanding of his meaning. Okay, slowly nodding. I might let you keep one, but since we're not talking about him looking and staring, as if coming to an understanding of his meaning. Okay, as if coming to an understanding of, that's a really long way to say the captain is too stupid to live. And also raise Ellen's blood pressure. Okay, now we're going to go, look at this, watch this, whoosh. Senator turned and left the bridge, heading down to what his data pad said was the nearest Marine contingent. I have a better idea.
Boom.
Ta-da. All right, now we're going to quickly, I'm going to hide the markup. Leave track changes on. And we're going to go on to perfect it.
And the reason why I started laughing is he says sorry.
No, but did he ask him if he really did that, if he did it on purpose to watch me detonate?
All of these all of these revisions, these are normal revisions that we see every day, all
Day in, day
day.
out.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
we're
run
making
perfected
them. I
because
write a
I'm not gonna
manuscript, I
run
send it to Ellen, and she still pulls these things out and rewrites my words. It's just a matter of someone else reading your words and having a different mind as they go into it, and they can find a way to say it, clearer, shorter, more concisely.
Yeah, that's why I say even an editor needs an editor, because when you're writing, you're not
Yes.
looking at it as an editor.
You see what you think you wrote. You don't see
Yeah.
what you actually wrote.
Right, and then probably a proofreader after all that's done. So, and then
Alrighty.
still, Amazon
Yeah.
reviewers will find typos.
Mhm.
It's just the nature of the beast.
Okay, everybody close your eyes for a second because I'm going to switch screens.
Don't look, because it gets crazy. Gets all matrix up in here.
Close. Stop sharing.
We're closed. We're closed.
We're back.
Can you see?
Okay.
Yeah, she took it down.
I did. Yeah, I took it down. Erin, I will send this back to you. And you can look at it if you have any questions about anything that I did. I am happy to discuss them with you.
I'm going to give golf clap to Erin
Excellent.
for submitting and getting the deep cut.
Bravely putting
Facebook
himself
user, I
up.
don't know who you are, but you just made my day with your assassin.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, he says, "You are all fantastic. I learned a lot. Thank you." You are welcome. That is what we're here for.
Most
We don't want to tread on your words. We
Mm.
don't want to change your story and make it our story. We want to make your story the best story it could possibly be. That's it.
That's why we're here. That's what we get paid for. And if you hate what we do, you don't hire us again. So why would we want to go in there and stomp all over your stuff?
Right.
You know, I don't have to work at Kroger because you guys pay me to fix your books.
Mm.
If I was a complete jerk and didn't, they would have caught the misspellings. I'm sorry, I'm talking to Kit. They would have caught the misspellings. They would have caught a lot of stuff that you didn't want. I'll address you in 1 second, Erin. It would have caught some. It wouldn't have caught everything that I caught, and it wouldn't have made the changes that I made in terms of making things clearer.
Mm.
Pro Writing Aid is really good. I mean, if you're going to use one of the editing programs, Pro Writing Aid is a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Grammarly, don't. Okay, stay away from Grammarly. Okay, it's bad. Yeah, and as far as how dare you help me, how dare I destroy what you've written or change it so that you don't even recognize your work? I mean, there's kind of a line there that you have to be careful with, and it's different for different people. I want you to be happy, but at the same time, I don't want to send something out in the world that's going to embarrass me. So, yeah. Does it make sense?
Right. Yeah. So you as the editor, you're taking ownership too, in a way, because your reputation is on the line when that book gets published. And also, we love our authors. They're our friends too. Our clients are our friends. We want to see them succeed. We want to see them do well. So we're going to do our very best with the manuscripts we can. But also, we know we're not making changes that have to be set in stone. That if the author doesn't like a change, or if the change makes him think of something better, go for it. Put that in instead. You don't have to go with the edit that your editor says you must. You don't.
It's not a you must. It's
suggestion.
It's never a you must, because I work for you.
Right.
I mean, I act like I work for you, but I do.
Unless it's Ellen's copy.
Yeah, no, it's not an easy thing to ask to please not be credited for work in someone's book, because it's not an easy thing to ask. I know that hurts people's feelings. So, yeah, there's a fine line there about who's responsible for what, and I'm sorry, I'm backtracking on you guys. In terms of, I don't want my name out. I don't want my name on something that's. I mean, my name is on stuff that's total crap, and I'm fine with that. But I don't want it on total crap that's incomprehensible, filled with, spelling and other problems.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a moron. And that's where I was. It's an embarrassment. It's not a nice thing to ask somebody to not be credited in their book, but I have done it. So
that is probably the hardest question to answer that I've, is, can I list you as the editor? And it's someone that I'm just like, no. Like, I don't want my name attached to this, but I want it to be as good as it can. But at the same time, then they turn around and they're like, well, I want, who else have you edited so that I can see if your edits are worth my time? And I'm like, but, the author's not going to probably accept every single one of my edits. So that's not an accurate display. You didn't see the before. Let me give you a sample edit of your work, and then you can see if my edits are worth your time.
Yeah. And I have no problem with showing people my work or having people look for my work. If I have a problem, I'll tell you you can't don't put my name on that. Don't put my name on that. Just don't. Just don't. And because you're not in control of big picture things like, did the author make revisions after you edited?
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's like you can't.
I mean, you're not in control
totally
of that.
Judge me on my editing at the, when it's published. Because
wait, the senator was the bad guy? I'm sorry. I'm stepping all over you, Kalene.
No, you're good.
I'm not good. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're just not in control. And I am no longer allowed to look at the comments because I will stop talking and answer them. Who was the bad guy? The senator?
By the way, this was the bad guy. Merrick? The guy thinking about the captain and the senator? Maybe? Yeah.
Well, I can see that he was going to. I mean, I can see that happening. I find that plausible. All right. All
right. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Oh,
Lauren and I mostly just got to sit back and
relax. Yep, and enjoy learning from Ellen. Thank you for sharing your time and coming on and explaining why that you're making these choices as you make them.
We'll iron out the kinks and figure it out.
Yeah, we definitely want to keep doing this.
Stack. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I was gonna say we're definitely gonna be doing this every Friday, and each one that we do, we're gonna be experimenting a little bit on how to go about it so that it's just as entertaining for you guys as it is for us as we're watching. And also because we have the podcast feed and
right.
Anyway, so we're gonna keep experimenting. We're gonna keep doing it every last Friday of the month. So be sure to send in your samples to Ellen the Cutter Campbell at ellencampbelledits.com. Make sure you subject the line TWJ, the writer's journey, something basically the writer's journey, so that she knows specifically it's for this. Otherwise, it could get lost in the junk mail pile, which is a terrible thing to happen. Alrighty, so everyone in the live chat, thank you so much for joining us today on your writer's journey. We all hope that you've gotten some little nuggets for your own writing to apply and make cleaner drafts that you send to editors, and then we can make them even shinier because, can only shine so much. Anyway, for Lauren Moore and Ellen Campbell, I'm Kalene Williams. Be sure to check us out next week where we're going to talk about more reading, writing, and everything in between right here on Keystroke Mediums. The